Hey y'all, it's Melanie coming to you from the Outer Banks, North Carolina, at my secret favorite running spot to watch the sunset. You can't beat this view, you can't beat the colors, you can't beat the birds. There's been so many birds today. Lots of migratory birds, and it's just, I appreciate all the seasons here now, where before I just really loved summer. I'm somebody that loves nature. I love watching the world going by, and there's a peregrine falcon that lives in this little huddle of trees and flies in every time I'm here. And so like he's down that way right now because he saw me sitting here, but it's just something that really brings a lot of joy to my heart to be able to go out and sit peacefully in nature. And so today when I did that, I drive home, and then I go and park my car in a different area of like an up and coming neighborhood where they've developed where we're at. When we moved in, there was only one building, and now there's 4 more buildings. And so this is another area that they've already like cleared, installed the underground plumbing stuff, and they're getting ready to develop, and they're developing another section of it over on the other side. So it's public property, because the roads are maintained by the town. However, it is an HOA at the same time. And so it doesn't matter. I have permission from the landowner to use the property whenever I want. And I'm sitting there today and I was getting ready to upload a Facebook post for our business. And this man makes his way. I'm like 200, 300 yards from any house or condo or whatever. Like it's a long haul. You got to walk a ways. And I parked like way over in the corner. So he walks all the way over, comes by my passenger window and continues to interrogate me, asking me like why I'm there, what am I doing? And I was like, I live here. I'm watching a peregrine falcon in the tree right there. If you just turn around, he's right there. And I'm uploading social media for my business, and this is peaceful and I like it back here. And I stayed calm. That was fine. He's like, well, there's been people dumping wood over here. And he proceeds to walk over and pick up wood and leave with it. And I'm like, well, it's not me because it's wet, so I didn't drop it off. But yeah, it was just a really strange encounter. And so I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and I made a video. I was frustrated. I'm like, everywhere I go, I try to kind of retreat from people and just to get some space. I homeschool 3 girls with my husband, and we both like share the same business. And so it's busy, and if I'm not home with my family, I'm home caring for other people and helping other people and doing farmers markets, and I'm everywhere doing all the things. And so for me, this kind of stuff, getting out in nature, getting that peace, getting that serenity is life-changing, life-altering, and it not only helps me, but it helps my family, because then they can, like, I'm a nice person. And so I'm getting this time, and I spend like 30 minutes there, and that's about it, and I go on about my way. Consider it a lunch break. I'm sitting there and I'm frustrated that I'm being like, people are going out of their way to like know what I'm doing now, and I can't get that rest time in. And as I'm sitting there frustrated about it, a police officer pulls up. I'm like, why? What am I doing wrong? Sitting in a vacant parking lot by myself, already interrogated once. I am like a normal human being. Look at me. I'm a normal human being. I'm an honest, kind person. And now the cops are showing up because I'm sitting there. And so the guy comes over and he's like, I hear you're watching falcons. And I was like, yeah, he's right there. And like, y'all keep bothering us. We're having like a bird watching moment. And he said that somebody turned me in for sitting there, and he thought it was kind of bogus when he read the report, but he just wanted to go and check. And I burst into tears. I'm going to be totally honest, burst into tears. And he's all worried that I am emotionally like compromised or whatever. It was like something terrible is wrong. And it really all had to come down to the fact that what kind of world do we live in where I can't sit in a parking lot by myself and watch the birds without being questioned and interrogated as to what I'm doing. Now it's like tears everywhere, sobbing. He's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" Yes, I'm fine. What kind of world are we living in? Like, what is this mess? And he ended up leaving me alone. He asked if I wanted him to be a jerk to the man that turned me in, and he would, like, put it back on him. And I was like, no, I don't want you to be a jerk to anybody. And it actually breaks my heart that man's entire life is spent revolved around what other people doing, and it must be bad. So living in like a constant state of fear. And I said, no, don't punish him for anything. And I said, if he really wants me to leave that bad, if I'm making them that uncomfortable, I will leave. And the cop was like, no, stay. You're totally fine. You're not doing anything wrong. And so I did stay, and I finished the post that I wanted to make, when inside I was emotionally broken, like totally. To get to that point for me, it kind of breaks me for a while. And I called Chris and I talked to him and I told him what happened, and I cried through that conversation. And I said, maybe this all had to come down with like me having that meltdown in front of the police officer, and like maybe that was the exchange that God wanted to happen that day. Like maybe that guy needed to hear those words and that's why it happened. But I even tried to put a positive spin on it that way, and I just got up and kept moving throughout my day. But y'all, what a crazy world we are living in, that you can't go sit in a parking lot by yourself and just do you. It blows my mind. And I guess it's a survival tactic at this point in time, that maybe if you want to do things and be left alone, you have to be completely in plain sight, in an open view, and then nobody will talk to you. I can't tell you the amount of people that I try to smile at walking into the grocery store or walking down the aisles, and they won't even look at me or engage in eye contact. So maybe the best place to feel completely and utterly alone is surrounded by people. What a world we're living in, right? That is like a mind-blowing message that I just got. It just blows my mind. I guess that's the definition of mind-blowing. Anywho, I'm off. I'm done. I'm glad I was able to share this with y'all, and stay true to yourselves. It's crazy right now. Everything's backwards and upside down, and it's very hard not to get sucked into it and feed into it. And so we all just got to stay strong, hold each other, be kind to each other, love each other, find God, find Jesus, read the Bible. It'll change your life. It's changed mine. It's changed my whole family's. It's changing the family around me who's not religious. It's like changing everything. And it all happened from walking that path with God. So if you have questions, you can leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I want to send you guys so much peace, love, so many blessings. Adios, my friends. Peace.